Hey, beautiful Taurus souls, I just had to sit down and share this reading with you because what came through today is absolutely mind-blowing. This reading is about karmic family energy and how the tables are turning for someone who thought they could mess with your peace forever. So I'm sitting here with my deck, and I asked about this energy you've been feeling around family karma. You know that feeling when you know something is shifting, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is? That's exactly what we're diving into today. The first card that practically jumped out of my deck was the Seven of Pentacles. Now this is interesting because when we think about karma and family drama, we usually expect something dramatic like the Tower or dramatic swords energy. But Seven of Pentacles, this is telling me that what's happening with this karmic situation has been building for a long time. Like we're talking years of you planting seeds of patience, of you being the bigger person, of you taking the high road while someone in your family dynamic was laughing at your kindness. This card is showing me that you've been investing so much emotional labor into keeping peace. You've been the one who swallows their pride at family gatherings. You've been the one who doesn't respond to the passive-aggressive comments. You've been cultivating this garden of grace while they thought you were naive. But Seven of Pentacles is a harvest card, Taurus. It's saying all that patience and maturity you've been showing, it's about to pay off in ways that are going to leave everyone shocked. The energy I'm getting around this card is that someone in your family circle thought your kindness was weakness. They've been taking advantage of your Taurus nature to keep things stable and peaceful. Maybe they borrowed money and never paid it back with this attitude of, oh, Taurus will understand. They're so chill about money. Or maybe they've been spreading gossip about you thinking you're too nice to ever call them out. They've been harvesting benefits from your good nature while planting seeds of disrespect. But here's what they didn't realize. Seven of Pentacles represents the moment when the farmer stops watering the weeds and starts protecting the actual crops. The universe has been watching this dynamic and taking notes. Every time you chose peace over drama, every time you bit your tongue, every time you helped them despite their attitude, that was you making deposits into your karmic bank account while they were overdrawing from theirs. What's beautiful about Seven of Pentacles is that it's not an instant gratification card. This isn't some explosive confrontation energy. This is that slow, inevitable consequence energy that Taurus knows all too well. Just like how you need time to get angry, but when you do, it's final. This karmic payback is going to be thorough and complete. The next card I pulled was something that made me literally pause and go, oh, wow. The Three of Swords, but not in the way you think. Everyone sees Three of Swords and immediately thinks heartbreak, right? But in this context, it's showing me the heartbreak that they are about to experience. This is the card that's revealing what's going to happen to whoever has been playing games with your family dynamic. Three of Swords here is showing me that this person who thought they were so clever, who thought they had everyone wrapped around their finger, is about to experience a piercing moment of clarity about their own actions. The Three Swords aren't just representing pain, they're representing the three truths that are going to cut through all their illusions. First truth, people have been watching their behavior toward you and they're not impressed. That family member who always sides with them, they're starting to see the pattern. That relative who used to laugh at their jokes about you, they're getting uncomfortable with the mean-spirited energy. Second truth, their own karma is catching up to them in areas that have nothing to do with you. This is where it gets really interesting, because the universe doesn't just balance things out in obvious ways. While they were focused on undermining you, they neglected other important relationships and responsibilities. Now those chickens are coming home to roost. Third truth, they need you more than you need them, and they're about to realize it in a very uncomfortable way. Three of Swords is showing me that moment when they reach out for support, maybe financial, maybe emotional, and suddenly everyone's busy. Everyone's got excuses, everyone's unavailable. Because when you treat someone badly for long enough, people start questioning your character entirely. The piercing energy of Three of Swords in this position is telling me that their awakening to these truths is going to be sharp and undeniable. It's not going to be something they can rationalize away or blame on someone else. It's going to cut straight through all their justifications and leave them face to face with the reality of what they've created. Now here's where it gets really intense. The third card I pulled was the Page of Pentacles reversed. Y'all, when I saw this card, I actually got goosebumps because it's showing me exactly who is about to face this karmic correction. Page of Pentacles reversed represents someone who's been irresponsible with resources, someone who's been learning lessons the hard way, someone who thought they could keep taking shortcuts without consequences. This person in your family dynamic has been the grasshopper while you've been the ant. They've been living like there's no tomorrow, making impulsive decisions, probably talking a big game about their plans and dreams, but never following through with actual work. Page of Pentacles reversed is showing me someone who's been all talk and no action, someone who's been jealous of your stability and success, but instead of doing the work to improve their own situation, they've been trying to tear you down. The reversal energy here is crucial because it's showing me that all their schemes and shortcuts are about to reverse on them. Everything they thought was working in their favor is about to flip. That confidence they had in their ability to manipulate family dynamics, reversed. That sense of security they got from having enablers, reversed. That financial cushion they thought they could always fall back on, reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed in a karma reading is basically the universe saying, okay, you've had enough time to learn these lessons the easy way, now we're doing this the hard way. This person is about to discover that you can't build anything lasting on a foundation of using people and taking advantage of kindness. What's really striking about this card in this position is that it's showing me someone who's been studying you, trying to figure out how to push your buttons, how to get under your skin, how to make you react. But they've been studying the wrong subject. While they were focused on your weaknesses, they should have been working on their own character. Now they're going to fail the final exam in a very public way. The fourth card that came through was the King of Cups, and this energy is absolutely beautiful because it's representing you in this situation, Taurus. Not the victim, not the one being picked on, but the king. The one who's been maintaining emotional maturity and wisdom while chaos swirled around you. King of Cups is showing me that you've mastered something that this other person never could, emotional regulation. While they were getting high off drama and conflict, you were building emotional intelligence. While they were reactive and impulsive, you were responsive and thoughtful. This card is confirming that your approach to this family dynamic has been absolutely correct. The King of Cups doesn't get involved in petty squabbles because he's above that level of consciousness. He doesn't need to prove his worth because he knows his worth. He doesn't need to defend himself against lies because his character speaks for itself. This is the energy you've been embodying, and it's why this karmic turnaround is going to be so powerful. What I love about King of Cups in this reading is that it's showing me that you're not sitting around waiting for karma to handle your battles. You're not bitter or vengeful. You've genuinely moved on and created a beautiful life for yourself. You've mastered the art of emotional boundaries. You've learned how to love people from a distance when necessary. You've figured out how to protect your peace without becoming cold or closed off. The cup in the king's hand represents the emotional abundance you've cultivated despite the challenging family dynamics. You've learned how to fill your own cup. You've learned how to pour into relationships that actually nourish you back. You've learned that family doesn't have to mean tolerating disrespect just because someone shares your DNA. King of Cups is also telling me that when this karmic situation fully plays out, you're going to handle it with incredible grace. You're not going to gloat or say, "I told you so." You're not going to pile on when they're down. You're going to maintain your dignity and probably even show compassion when they're facing the consequences of their actions. That's the difference between someone operating from king energy versus someone operating from wounded child energy. The fifth card absolutely floored me. Two of Pentacles reversed came out, and I immediately knew this was about how their whole world is about to become unbalanced. Two of Pentacles upright is about juggling responsibilities, managing multiple priorities, keeping everything in motion. But reversed? It's showing me someone who's about to drop all the balls they've been juggling. This person who's been laughing at your expense has been maintaining a very delicate balance of lies, manipulations, and false personas. They've been telling different stories to different family members. They've been managing multiple relationships based on what they can get from each person. They've been juggling financial responsibilities they can't actually handle. Two of Pentacles reversed is telling me that this precarious balancing act is about to come crashing down. What's fascinating about this card is that it often appears when someone has been trying to do too much with too little. They've been overextended financially, emotionally, and energetically. While you were building stable foundations like the good Taurus you are, they were building elaborate houses of cards. The reversal energy is showing me that one strong wind is about to blow their whole setup down. Two of Pentacles reversed is also about prioritization failures. This person has been prioritizing the wrong things. Instead of prioritizing genuine relationships, they prioritized control and manipulation. Instead of prioritizing their own growth and healing, they prioritized bringing others down. Instead of prioritizing financial responsibility, they prioritized maintaining an image they couldn't afford. The juggling act is over, Taurus. The universe is done watching them play these games. What's about to happen is a forced prioritization where they're going to have to face reality without all the buffers and enablers they've been relying on. They're going to have to deal with the natural consequences of their choices without being able to blame anyone else or manipulate their way out of it. The sixth card that came through was the Nine of Wands, and this energy is so validating for what you've been through. Nine of Wands represents the person who's been battle-tested, who's been defending their peace and boundaries, who's tired but still standing strong. This is you, Taurus. Nine of Wands is showing me that you've been through multiple rounds of nonsense with this family situation. It hasn't been just one incident or one conflict. It's been an ongoing pattern of having to defend yourself, having to clarify misunderstandings that weren't actually misunderstandings but deliberate distortions, having to reset boundaries that keep getting tested. This card is acknowledging how exhausting it's been to deal with someone who seems determined to create chaos in your life. You've had to become more guarded than you naturally want to be. You've had to develop new skills in detecting manipulation and protecting your energy. You've had to learn how to love people without giving them access to hurt you. But here's what's beautiful about Nine of Wands in this position. It's showing me that you're battle-tested now. You're not naive anymore. You can spot the games from a mile away. You've developed immunity to their particular brand of toxicity. When their world falls apart and they try to come running back to you for support or sympathy, you're going to see it coming and you're going to be prepared. Nine of Wands is also telling me that this has been your final test in this particular karmic lesson. You've proven that you can maintain your integrity under pressure. You've proven that you can stand firm in your truth even when people try to gaslight you. You've proven that you can set boundaries with love rather than bitterness. The wand in this card represents your spiritual and emotional strength that's been forged through adversity. You're not the same person who used to tolerate disrespect just to keep peace. You're not the same person who used to make excuses for other people's bad behavior. You're someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to act accordingly. Now here comes the card that made me literally say out loud, "Oh my God, the universe is not playing around." The Eight of Pentacles reversed showed up, and I immediately knew this was about how all their schemes and shortcuts are about to completely backfire. Eight of Pentacles upright is about mastery, dedication, honing your craft, paying attention to details. But reversed, it's showing me someone who's been trying to get by with sloppy work, cutting corners, and hoping no one notices their lack of genuine skill or effort. This is the energy of someone who's been faking it till they make it, except the making it part never happened. In the context of family karma, Eight of Pentacles reversed is revealing that this person has been presenting a false version of themselves to the family. Maybe they've been lying about their job situation, or exaggerating their success, or hiding their financial problems while criticizing your choices. They've been putting on a show instead of doing the actual work of becoming a better person. The reversal here is showing me that their lack of genuine effort and integrity is about to be exposed in a very public way. All the corners they've been cutting are about to catch up with them. All the lies they've been telling to maintain their image are about to unravel. All the shortcuts they've been taking instead of doing things the right way are about to lead them to a dead end. What's particularly intense about this card is that it often appears when someone's professional or financial situation is about to fall apart due to their own negligence or dishonesty. While they were busy gossiping about you and stirring up family drama, they were neglecting the things that actually matter for their stability and success. Eight of Pentacles reversed is also showing me that they're about to face the reality that they don't actually have the skills or character they pretend to have. When crisis hits and they need to rely on their abilities rather than their manipulations, they're going to come up short. This is when their true colors are going to be revealed to everyone, including themselves. The final card I pulled was the most shocking one of all. The Hermit came through, and initially I was confused because the Hermit is usually about wisdom and spiritual guidance. But then I realized this card was showing me exactly where this karmic situation is leading them, to complete isolation. The Hermit represents someone holding a lantern, seeking truth and enlightenment. But in this context, it's showing me that this person is about to be left alone with nothing but their own reflection. All the people they thought they could count on are going to step back. All the relationships they thought they had secured through manipulation are going to dissolve. What's profound about the Hermit in this position is that it's showing me this isolation isn't just punishment, it's actually their opportunity for genuine spiritual growth if they choose to take it. Sometimes the universe has to strip away all the external validation and enabling relationships before someone can truly look at themselves honestly. The lantern in the Hermit's hand represents the search for truth. This person is going to be forced into a period of deep self-reflection where they can't blame anyone else, can't manipulate anyone else, can't hide behind anyone else's enabling. They're going to have to face the truth about what they've done and who they've become. But here's the thing about Hermit energy. It can go two ways. They can use this isolation period to genuinely examine their behavior and make real changes, or they can become bitter and blame everyone else for abandoning them. Given their pattern so far, I'm sensing they'll initially choose blame and victimhood, which will only deepen their isolation. The mountain in the Hermit card represents the difficult journey of self-discovery. This person is about to climb a very steep mountain of consequences, and they're going to have to do it alone because they burned all the bridges that could have supported them through difficult times. For you, Taurus, the Hermit's appearance is actually incredibly liberating. It's showing me that this troublesome family dynamic is about to resolve itself through their own actions. You won't have to cut them off or create drama. They're going to naturally isolate themselves through their behavior until they're no longer a factor in your daily peace. So what does all of this mean for you moving forward? This reading is showing me that karma isn't just coming for this person. It's already here. The wheels are already in motion. The consequences they've been avoiding are about to become unavoidable. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to do anything except continue being your authentic, boundary-respecting, peace-protecting self. The universe has been building a case against their behavior for a long time now. Every time they laughed at your kindness, every time they took advantage of your generous nature, every time they tried to make you look bad to make themselves look better, it was all being recorded in the cosmic ledger. Now it's time for the bill to come due, and they're about to discover they can't afford it. Not financially, not emotionally, not socially. They've been living beyond their means in every possible way, and the repossession is about to begin. But here's what I want you to focus on, beautiful Taurus. This whole situation has been preparing you for something amazing. All the strength you've built, all the boundaries you've learned to set, all the wisdom you've gained about character and integrity. You're about to step into a completely new chapter where these skills serve you in incredible ways. The family dynamics that have caused you stress are about to shift permanently in your favor. Not because you fought for it or manipulated for it, but because you maintained your integrity while others revealed theirs. Truth has a way of rising to the surface eventually, and your truth is about to shine so bright that no one can ignore it anymore. I keep getting this image of you walking away from all this drama and into something so much better, like you're literally graduating from this karmic classroom and moving on to experiences that are worthy of the person you've become. The universe is about to reward your patience and maturity in ways that are going to leave you grateful for everything you went through to get here. What's coming for you feels like vindication, but not in a petty way. More like a cosmic, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but look what it made you into kind of vindication. You're about to understand why you had to develop such strong character and such clear boundaries. You're about to see how this difficult family situation was actually preparing you for blessings that require someone with your level of emotional maturity to handle them properly. The person who laughed at your kindness is about to learn that kindness backed by strength is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. The person who thought your patience was weakness is about to discover that patience is actually the ultimate power move because it allows karma to do its work without interference. And the most beautiful part? You're going to handle their downfall with such grace that it's going to prove to everyone that you were never the problem. Your response to their karmic consequences is going to be the final proof of your character. So keep being exactly who you are, Taurus. Keep choosing peace over drama. Keep setting boundaries with love. Keep building the life you want instead of trying to tear down what others have built. The universe is about to show you that this approach doesn't make you naive or weak. It makes you unstoppable. You know what I find absolutely fascinating about this whole karmic situation? It's how perfectly orchestrated everything is going to be. Like the universe has been writing this script for months, maybe even years, and now we're finally getting to the climax, where everything comes together in the most poetic way possible. I keep getting these flashes of insight about what's going to happen when their world starts crumbling. First, they're going to try to reach out to you for support, and they're going to be shocked when you're not available to rescue them. They've gotten so used to you being their safety net that they never considered what would happen if you decided to prioritize your own peace instead. Then they're going to start going to other family members, expecting the same level of support they used to get. But here's what they haven't noticed. Everyone has been watching how they treat you. Everyone has been taking mental notes about their character. And when someone shows you who they are consistently over time, people start to believe them. I'm seeing this domino effect where their financial irresponsibility finally catches up with them, their relationship drama starts affecting everyone around them, and their work situation becomes unstable because they can't maintain the same level of performance when their personal life is in chaos. It's like everything they've been juggling is going to crash at the same time. What's really beautiful about this timing is that it's going to happen right when you're entering one of your most abundant and peaceful phases. While they're dealing with the consequences of years of poor choices, you're going to be reaping the rewards of all the inner work you've done and all the healthy boundaries you've maintained. The contrast is going to be so stark that everyone in your family circle is going to see the difference between someone who builds their life on solid foundations versus someone who builds their life on manipulation and shortcuts. It's going to be like a real-time demonstration of how different approaches to life lead to completely different outcomes. I also keep getting this energy around their social media and public image. They've been so concerned with looking successful and happy online, but that facade is about to become impossible to maintain. When real-life problems hit, you can't filter them or pose your way out of them. Their online presence is going to start reflecting their inner chaos. And that's going to be another wake-up call for people who haven't been paying attention. The beautiful thing about your Taurus energy is that you've never needed to perform your worth for anyone. You've been building real success, real relationships, real stability while they were building illusions. Now, when their illusions fall apart, your reality is going to shine even brighter by comparison. I'm also getting strong messages about their health starting to reflect their inner turmoil. All that stress from maintaining lies and manipulations, all that anxiety from wondering when their house of cards will fall, all that anger and resentment they carry, it's going to start showing up physically. Meanwhile, your commitment to peace and authenticity has been protecting your energy and your health in ways you might not even realize yet. There's something really profound happening with the timing of all this too. It's like the universe waited until you were strong enough to watch their downfall without feeling guilty or responsible. A few years ago, you might have tried to save them from themselves, but now you understand that rescuing someone from the consequences of their actions is actually preventing them from learning the lessons they need to grow. Your growth through this situation has been incredible to witness energetically. You've transformed from someone who kept peace at any cost to someone who keeps peace by maintaining healthy boundaries. That's such an evolved way of being, and it's why you're going to handle their karma playing out with such grace and wisdom. I keep seeing you in the future, maybe 6 months from now, talking to a friend about this whole situation and feeling genuinely grateful for everything that happened. Not because you enjoyed watching someone struggle, but because you can see how much stronger and wiser and more authentic you became through navigating it all with integrity. The person who used to laugh at your kindness is going to look back at their behavior during this time and feel deep shame about how they treated someone who only ever showed them love. But by then, you'll be so far beyond caring about their opinion that their apology, if it ever comes, will feel irrelevant to your happiness. What's coming for you feels like such a beautiful chapter of your life. I see you surrounded by people who genuinely appreciate your loyalty and kindness. I see you in situations where your natural Taurus gifts for creating stability and comfort are celebrated rather than taken advantage of. I see you building something amazing with people who match your energy and your values. The family dynamics that used to drain you are going to become background noise in your life. Not because you cut people off with anger, but because you elevated yourself to a level where petty drama can't reach you anymore. You're going to be too busy living your best life to pay attention to who's still stuck in old patterns. And here's something really beautiful. The family members who have been watching this whole dynamic play out are going to start treating you with a new level of respect. They're going to see how you handled everything with maturity and grace, and they're going to recognize the quality of person you are. Some relationships that felt strained because of this toxic person's influence are going to heal and become stronger than ever. The universe is also preparing some beautiful surprises for you that are directly connected to the character you've built through this challenging situation. Opportunities are going to come your way that specifically require someone with your level of emotional intelligence and boundary setting skills. Relationships are going to enter your life that are based on genuine mutual respect rather than one-sided giving. Your patience is about to pay off in ways that are going to make you understand why you had to go through all of this. Every time you chose the high road, every time you refused to sink to their level, every time you protected your peace instead of engaging in drama, you were building the foundation for blessings that require exactly those qualities to handle properly. The karma train is coming, and you're not on the tracks. You're safely on the platform, watching justice unfold exactly as it should. This chapter of family drama is about to close permanently, and the next chapter is going to be so much better than anything you've experienced before. Actually, it's going to be better than anything you've even imagined before, because you've been focused on healing and growing rather than dreaming about revenge. You're about to step into a version of your life where drama is rare, peace is normal, and the people around you add value instead of creating chaos. Where your kindness is cherished rather than exploited, where your stability is appreciated rather than envied, where your success is celebrated rather than undermined. This is your time, beautiful Taurus. This is your moment to shine in all the ways you were meant to shine. The universe has been preparing you for greatness, and that preparation period is almost over. What's coming next is pure abundance and joy, and the kind of peace that comes from knowing you handled everything with integrity.